I'm Julian Colton, and these are my poems for austerity and love. Poems about signing on, going for job interviews and the general social and emotional climate in Britain today. If you don't like some of the opinions expressed, remember, they're just poems. This is a poem called The New Petty Bourgeoisie, and it's for all those working class boys and girls who turned their backs on their roots and voted for the Tories at the last general election. This is the new petty bourgeoisie. They've come from the dark wasteland provincial streets, boys and girls from Blackburn, Paisley, Manchester and Leeds. They were once the underdog poor like you and me, but since they received their law degrees, went into IT, become middle class, the new petty bourgeoisie. Some moved down south to Brighton, London and Kingston upon Thames, see their new world order through a rose-tinted lens. Boys and girls from Preston, Glasgow, Birmingham and Tees once listened to Marley, Cooper Clarke and Linton Kwasi. In life, everyone has to finally move on. But turning your back, sneering at the people you came from, used to vote Red Labour, now vote Blue Tory. Boys and girls from Bradford, Ripon, Scarborough and Grimsby. In the 70s, protested such laws and rioted. Many I considered my friends. Some were hooligans but kind-hearted. Now think there should be controlled immigration or an adult conversation about it. Every box ticked. Let's face it, these selfish bonehead bastards voted Brexit. Don't believe me? Look at their postings on the internet. Totally different people with something to protect. Forget that like them, others might wish to slip through the net. Terrace and high-rise routes decidedly shunned. Now their kids have a privileged private education. These boys and girls from East Ham, Derby, Aberdeen and Ware take 3 holidays a year and all the gym subscription gear. Make the school run in the gas guzzler 4x4. Say fuck to the environment and the underclass poor. All across the land, it's pension schemes, funeral plans, demand lower rates and £grey tickets for Glastonbury. Say screw public services like hospitals and libraries. Now they've aspired, these greedy aged fools, nostalgic for the old empire and WTO rules. They adore the royals, love Boris and Trump. I'm truly appalled at boys and girls from Longsight, Moss Side, Govan and St Paul's. The next poem is about a Scottish poet seeing himself as being the Iggy Pop of Scottish poetry. Scotland and the north of England have suffered most of the effects of a decade and more of austerity. This is Iggy Pop. Forgive my Scottish accent. See me! I'm the Iggy Pop of Scottish poetry. Stand back while I take off my shirt. Some of my wounds are self-inflicted, but trust me, they still really hurt. Pop pills, smoke joints, chew gum and wear muckle sunglasses. Got a tragic lust for love and verse. Sometimes my words chime, sometimes they just didn't work. See me, I'm the Iggy Pop of Scottish poetry. Watch me roll in the blood and dirt. Skin tight leather cavort for lads and lasses. Twisting to black jacket festival masses. Calling out this pathetic obsession with the lives of Kate, Will, Harry and Meghan. When there are food banks and so many homeless in this land, maybe's you think we get what we deserve. See me, I'm the Iggy Pop of Scottish poetry. Not long now, I'll be riding in a hearse. I wrote the next concrete poem in the shape of a trainer's shoe after attending a well-known department store in Edinburgh and finding the most expensive trainers blackened and scuffed to appear used and fashionably street. There you go, there's the poem in its concrete form, shape of a trainer. Poverty chic. In the Harvey Nick store, close to the bus station, just popping in, row upon row of scuffed, blackened trainers, exclusive designer brands trying to appear street. Poverty chic for overpriced rich feet. Utility style and extravagance conflated. Third world labour rates, Western market forces, conspicuous consumption, feigning going underground. Have you noticed how cars look like trainers now? The following poem arose while sitting in a job centre awaiting to be interviewed and assessed for universal credit. Across from me, seated at a computer screen, was a civil service employee bearing an uncanny resemblance to former footballer and pundit Pat Nevin. I imagine what would ensue if indeed Pat was to interview me. This is Pat Nevin at the job centre. Pat Nevin is working at the job centre. Honest to God, it's him. Not the young Guardian reading Pat, who wore long black postmodern coats and like the Cocteau Twins. The existential King's Road Chelsea Pat, mullet hair slipped shyly over his eyes Pat. This is post-Motherwell management bitterness Pat, more like Werther's original sucking Pat. Natty grey wool cardigan and silver-rimmed spectacles, bald patch hair now slightly combed over Pat. Sitting at a desk, his hand on reddened face, considering his next disillusioned analysis. What an absolutely shocking application. Is he having a laugh? Diabolical spelling. Such weak references. He'll need to book his ideas up, marshal his supporting arguments better than that, or be shipped out. Mark my words, the job market is nothing like it was in the 80s. You can't wear those tight wee shorts, tackle from behind during an interview these days, or sit at home with your finger up your ass. This is a job-seeking Premier League. It's a totally different ball game entirely. Who said satire is dead? My next poem highlights what you have to do today to survive if you're on universal credit in Britain. This is Surviving the Dole. Don't gamble. The odds are stacked against you. Cut down hard liquor to a drought minimum. Stay away from lovers who need too much attention when you should be applying for non-existent jobs. Get rid of the computer. It's free at the library. Likewise television, which requires a licence. Sky TV is in the realm of dreamland, as is Premiership football attendance. Visiting friends' houses, raid the fruit bowl. Poverty's first casualty is your skin. Stay for proffered meals even if they don't mean it. Wear classed off clothes donated out of pity. Bernardo's and Oxfam, too pricey for the unemployed. Charge your phone freely when you get the chance. Take everything from the housing association, gratis paint, bathroom and window conversions. Stands to reason fags and drugs are a no-no. Despite short-term escape compensations, they'll ruin your health and bank balance. Switch glaring house lights off at night time. Learn to read by the rays of the moon. In less than a year, your eyes will be screwed, but there's free prescription at the dentist and optician, though they'll drill your fillings without anaesthetic, just to teach you not to take fiscal liberties. Always be smart. Polish shoes and wear a clean shirt. Invest in a canvas bag. A carrier looks defeated. Hold a book on the street. It will make you seem learned. Convey an implicit sense of ongoing ambition. Turn radiator dowels down to nothing, even if outside it's totally Baltic. Run baths with just a smidgen of heat. When hypothermia sets in, you'll not feel the cold. Keep hair short so it's neat and tidy. A #1 head shave will surely last for months. Take money from savings when you simply must, but keep and love a dog, a cat or a goldfish. Given time, they'll be your only friend. To lighten the tone a bit, here is a poem about two different kinds of people, yin and yang, light and shade. This is Sonnet to the Moon, Shade and Light. I know where the milk white moon is tonight, your window bright, you secure in its light. My shadow on the street outside outlined, going between two houses, home from home. Hard to paint the night, never play it safe, elongate grey shadows, shapes that aren't nice. more than thin frosted fronds beneath my feet, to reach a feeling rare, lasting and deep. Yet crunchy lunar coated silver leaves, when dawn's first rays come, how ice slides, deceives. The torch beam walker along this pathway, how I wish it was you rescuing me. But this is love's terrain, and you were right. We are two different people, shade and light. To celebrate Brexit, Boris Johnson and the Tories and the Brexiteers have put the Prime Minister on a tea towel with a crowing claim, "Got Brexit done." We shall see, Prime Minister, we shall see. Boris's tea towel. Boris, you finally got Brexit done. And you've put your scone on a tea towel just to let everyone know you've won, we've moved on, gone. You can't put your triumphal boat on the Queen's coin, so to have a rave, dance on half a country's grave, on Jez's, Teresa's and your old mate Dave's. A tea towel, a very cheap domestic trick, another spin suggestion from the devil Dominic. A sly way of being in with the nation's kitchen bricks. So why not go the whole hog? Put your fizzog on paper in the bog, then we could wipe your smug face on our arses, allow us to reach a kind of catharsis when we go for an extremely hard Brexit. For you PM it's worked out well, but your face on a tea towel, wow, that's really lame. At the end of the day, when it goes tom-tit hell, you and Farage will all know who to blame. This is a cheery wee poem about death. It comes to us all. If anyone wants to leave the room, please do. Conversely, if you want to join in the refrain, feel free. It's always a stupid way to go. Heart attack, crushed by a speeding car, distracted, turn to gaze at some dame's or guy's arse. A stroke, bitten by a minuscule mosquito, knifed in a bar by a jealous spouse, choked, a stray pea skin in your narrow throat. It's always a stupid way to go. The grumbling appendix that suddenly burst, boom! An unseen arrow zoomed from a bow, shot down in Bolivia like Che Guevara. It's worse fighting somebody else's war, defending the indefensible, war after war after war. By the railway arch, sniffing glue, overcome by fumes, what did the poor boy girl ever know? It's always a stupid way to go. Miraculously getting through the First World War, barrage after charge after barrage after charge, then struck down by innocuous, double-cross Spanish flu, bungee jump, paraglide, avalanche, trapped beneath the snow. Can't say you weren't warned, you were told not to go. Lying in bed asleep, in a deep coma oblivious to the Grim Reaper's sneaky final curtain show, vomiting under the influence, drugs or cancerous smokes. It's always a stupid way to go. Here is a poem, another sonnet, about the pitfalls of obsessional love. Sonnets seem to lend themselves well to the subject of love. Here is Tutankhamun. How love and desire put a curse on me. I searched everywhere in lost Pharaoh's dust, feeling you always just beyond my reach, needing you like a Nile thirst, a deep lust. When I hammered down walls and entrances built by a dynasty's reverence love, tunnelled through the dark, prized open your tomb, gazed on your 3,000-year boy-girl face, enchanted, moon-skinned, golden countenance, I crossed the sand from love to obsession. I should have known others would love you too. Surely covet, take you away from me. Could I have left you underground, out of view? Your love put a curse on me, mine on you. And this is Lovers. Think on all the loves and lovers of the ages, millions and billions, hearts, hopes and expectations, across the eclipsed centuries and millenniums, frets and pains, fame plans and stratagems, come to zilch, absolutely, completely nothing. In matters of the delirious, disappointed heart, seeds become weeds and overgrown grasses. The best minds of any generation, from science, history and fiction, everyone a victim. Einstein couldn't crack love's formulation, Turing lacked romance's calibration, Cleopatra, Cathy, Heathcliff and Marilyn found love's not a simple crossword anagram, a Cartland novel or a resolved costume drama. Kings and queens, poets, soldiers, politicians and courtesans see loves deceived and scorned, feeling sad and forlorn, when all, each and every one of them, this need for love makes us animal and human.